up in the clouds. Our jealous know what we found. Something so wild, we'll be ordinary. You got me kissing the ground, from the sanctuary. Try to be what you done. Will Lord return me to dust? The angels up in the clouds. Our jealous know what we found.
Just arrived here at Miletus archaeological site. And in front of us here is the, wow, the biggest theater we've seen. Wow. Look at those archways. Wow.
I'm a little taken back. Look at the rubble again.
Right? And this is marble.
Yes. Looks
Wow.
categorized, like it looks a little more organized.
They've reorganized this in the rows, which is fine, but I prefer if they didn't. Wow-wee. Oh, this thing's getting massive as we walk up to it. I'm feeling small. You not feeling like you're getting smaller?
Uh-huh.
I'm shrinking. Wow. This is spectacular. This is just a great site. I love this
We haven't
site.
even walked up to it yet. And
We haven't
already
even
know.
walked up to this site yet. Steps of a gargantuous size. Oh, right? As if people were bigger.
Wow.
Big.
This
is big. I think this is the biggest theater we've been in so far. Has it not been? This is the biggest theater we've been in so far. In our travels through Turkey. It does rival Temple of Zeus size.
But this is more put together.
Temples of Zeus was
Especially the upper bleachers, which were totally mangled at Zeus.
they were completely gone. I would say the upper level is 25, 30% there. The lower level is 95% there.
Yeah.
But the original theater is tens of thousands of years old. They won't say it's that old. They'll say the Romans built it or something like that.
Who do you think built it? The aliens?
It was definitely the offspring of the Anunnaki. They had children, and the gods had children, and so these are their children's homes. The temple is not a place of worship, it is their home. A temple means the house of God, and they were gods, and that was their home. Wow.
Go up.
Look at this beautiful stonework. No problems making it beautiful. Interesting, the same nub holes we saw in Ephesus where they're chipping out something.
Everywhere.
What is going on? Because they were chipped out, they put idols in them.
I understand, but my...
Right? Look at this. Nub. Never more than 2 per rock. Just making note. No.
I don't even know how to do it justice.
I'm not sure either.
Wow.
Is this made for humans? This is larger than human steps. This is larger than human-sized doorway. I'm just saying, if I were 50% bigger, this would be appropriately sized. If I was twice as big, this would be about right. Just saying.
It's incredible.
Wow, look at the stonework. Done to precision.
This blows the mind. Oh. Oh.
Wow. Wow.
This is the best stonework we've seen. Oh, he's not crying. It's just raining in here.
Just like. I don't even know what to do with a place that's like this. These are megalithic blocks, stacked. And see how worn these are inside this building? I can guarantee you at the time it was made, these were perfectly flat. And the reason why they're so worn is they are hundreds of thousands of years old. Really.
They've been protected from the elements.
It could be 100,000 years old. The gods were here for 400,000 years. Nobody tells you this. That's why it stood the test of time. We don't even know who made this. It's so long ago. We attribute it to new repurposings of the building. But these actual stones that were laid here, no one knows. They call this Miletus archaeological site only because that's the name of the town nearby. They lived 100,000 years. So you got to build something that's going to last 100,000 years. Oh, I wasn't expecting more. These two steps, that's one stone. These two steps, and this wide is one stone. These two steps, you see that?
Oh,
There's
yes.
no seam.
Yes.
These, one stone from here to
They
here.
did 2 steps out of 1 block.
Yes.
That's amazing. You'd think it would be easier to just...
Right? They did 2 steps in out of 1 stone because that was the easiest way to make them. Right? Twists the mind. This wall rebuilt
Yes.
in antiquity.
A lot of destruction through here. Repair work at one time that has fallen down, but look at the size.
There was
of
an opening window of some kind.
Yeah. Filled
Or
it
a
in.
doorway, or steps are huge. Honestly, they wouldn't make this steps for people. Would you not agree?
Well, smaller steps would mean smaller stones, easier to manage, easier to work with.
Each step is like going up a foot.
They are
They're tall.
Wow. What a view.
We're out of breath just getting to the top of the theater.
Look at the tunnels that go through
Right?
here and back behind us.
You always thought they made theaters like this on the sides of hills, right? And so far we always see them embedded in the bank of a hill. We are in a flat meadow. Do you see that?
Yes.
And this isn't a hill. That's why all these tunnels and archways and this was built here.
Yes.
All this was brought here and built. And it's a mountain. And it's all been made. I thought it was a hill, but you see we're in the flattest plain. We're in a flat meadow.
Nothing for miles.
And there's no rocks here, except for this site. I'm saying they couldn't get them from the mountains over there, but the mountains are over there.
Right,
These
near.
rocks are not from right here.
No.
This whole mountain was brought here and turned into a theater of perfection with megalithic-sized blocks.
And it is perfect. And it is megalithic.
Wow. And even marble. This is marble pieces. Huge chunks of marble. You know what? Remember how we saw that, how the other one was so gray and the stone was a little different? I wonder if it's just marble that has a patina on it so much it doesn't even look like marble anymore. I don't know, but you see the marble.
Yes.
I know they're not quarrying marble in this
No.
plateau,
No.
this valley.
No.
Spectacular.
Lots of repair work. Wow. Newer edition. Repurposed. Small stones. Amongst some very old stuff. We're in the middle of, I don't want to say nowhere, but like, what's the housing for a theater that seats 10,000 people?
It could seat. How many do you think it could seat?
I don't really know, but I would say comfortably 10,000.
I don't know. In the thousands for sure. Unbelievable. All marble. The whole theater's marble.
Everything
Here is marble. All this stone is marble. Every seat is marble. Imagine it all white and beautiful and pure when it was first made in white marble, perfectly carved around. It would have been a jewel.
we can go up and see what they did with the addition. Notice they filled in megalithic archways. I don't know what this passageway would have been like this. There was a passageway here.
Yeah.
They filled it in.
Yeah.
No, just what I see. It's younger, it's newer. Kind of in its construction. A lot of mortar used.
I do see a bit of a hill behind here that the theater was embedded into. But there's... makes me some relief. I've noticed these
Like
dots
a
at the other
room
site.
that-
Dots and stones like that. This is the second time I've seen that.
You know what? Well, maybe it's ridiculous. Maybe it's like Braille for the blind or something. They could still come and enjoy. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen enough of it for that.
I don't know either. Some writing on these steps,
Right?
but I'm sure all added afterwards.
Yeah, I think so.
This is impressive. This is magnificent.
This is colossal.
This is colossal. Wow. No shortcuts. There was no shortcuts in making this theater
No.
originally.
No. Get your nubs in the
right?
stone.
Here's the nubs in the stone. When it didn't matter, they just left the nubs there.
Oh no, we have to go down here maybe. I have no idea. I have no idea. I think we have to go down on the other side.
I saw a tunnel. See that tunnel there?
Yeah,
There was one here and looked open.
I understand, but we can't.
We can't get there from here, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I can respect that.
Because that's a big drop off.
That is a big drop off.
But now we've walked the whole site.
Yep, nothing here.
Makes you wonder, was it which direction is that? I don't know, but
It's hillside, so I'm not sure. Doesn't really.
south that way.
South is that way? Okay,
Just
fair enough.
which is the opening to the amphitheater faces south, and yet it looks in such good condition.
It's hard to push stone when they're already backed by something.
Well, this is true, but the face is well.
But there should have been a whole pediment facade front, and it's gone.
Oh, okay.
Of the
Oh,
theater.
right, it is gone. It would
The Temple of Zeus still had that
still
wall.
had it, and this one it's missing.
It's gone. I think I saw it in some photos or pictures, some drawings down below.
And yet we do have a massive graveyard that could have built that wall.
Right.
So yet it's been kind of categorized and cleaned up a little bit.
Right. It cleans off the top rows and the tops.
So, right. Which is why they've been.
The top are damaged at that front there.
I agree.
Maybe all those colossal rocks had fallen in there and they had cleaned out the theater
Right.
because it's better presentation.
Right. And yes.
Potentially. See, if
Well-
I knew where they originally were, then it would have a better
If they
story.
were sitting in this amphitheater, we would say without
Okay,
a
they
doubt
all fell in.
it fell in.
But I think they've been pulled out and lined up out front.
I agree.
They brought a crane in at one time and cleaned it all out.
Yes. Which would suggest explosion from the south.
Suggests from the south.
Or a force from the south.
Right.
I don't necessarily. Explosion may not be the right word.
I don't know, but potentially. Something hit it from the south. We're making a few assumptions that the rocks were fallen in and taken out.
That is making some assumptions.
Make your own conclusions. We're just pointing out to see if we see repetition. I wasn't expecting this theater to be marble
No.
and so big.
It's huge. I feel like I'm falling down
I
the
know.
stairs.
I feel like I'm falling too. I
I'm
have to
not
be,
stepping down the stairs. I'm falling down.
I'm
the
falling, but I know there's another step that's going to catch me. But my foot, I have to launch off before my foot touches the next step.
Stairs. Right.
It's not touch and then release your next foot. It's like, nope, drop. It's interesting, all these lips.
We're gonna make our way over to the temple now. So we will see you when we get over there. We have to drive about.
Look at that, eh? Human body going into some sort of serpent tail. holding something.
like a paddle almost, but
We might see repeated imagery in museums where one is less worn.
type of trident maybe. More of those
Secret
symbols that we saw in Ephesus as well as this morning at the other temple.
It almost wouldn't surprise me if this always was a pool of some sorts to come here to bathe. Just saying, it was outlined
It had
beautifully with
beautiful
columns.
column work.
And this was like center circular island within it.
The only thing I'm going to say is this is not the original spot that
No,
those
it's
stones
not.
were. And the reason I say that is because they've been put here, shimmed, and mortared.
No, there are pieces from somewhere. Whether they were always on this island or they've been moved here to...
Symbols. More creatures and tails cut off. I'd love to see the other side, and it could be right over there. There's some similar looking blocks.
Yeah.
Lots of these symbols.
Signs of the ironwork tying all these...
I can't believe how many of those symbols are here.
No.
We're not even at the temple yet.
No.
I just want to see what they've got laying about.
Some big blocks in here. Another little beautiful thing that may have sat in the water, or who
Lion's
knows?
feet.
I see lion feet on there. They love their lions. Lion is the #1 repeated theme animal in all the architecture. But there's a lot of rubble here. I see them in the dirt here and there.
Or maybe they're just around.
Look, a chunk of a column here, chunk of a column there. There's a fluted marble column lying in there. Right? That's only what we see on the surface.
Sure.
Chunk of a column there. Something must have blown it up to put chunks of column here. Who is going to destroy this and say, well, I'm going to go carry the column over here and drop it there?
No.
Because I'm destroying it.
No.
You know what I mean? It just doesn't work that way. Circular piece in the middle. I'm going to assume it's ponds because we're in a valley where it's low. So my suspicion there was always water here, just like there's water here now.
I don't even know if we can. Do we need a different entrance? How do we get over there?
We don't get there from here.
Sure we do.
Maybe we can hop, skip, and jump along the rocks. I think we can hop, skip, and jump.
I think we're good. May not be the preferred method, but
Not wheelchair accessible.
no. Do not come here
Look
with
at that, the whole base of it is stoned.
Right? No idea.
Plumbing holes.
Repurpose Colosseum sideways on a base.
Right? It's been rebuilt once or twice or 3 times or 4 times or 5 times. 7 times. It's not so impressive. I thought it had some original roof, but it's just a wooden roof somebody's put on it. The columns may or may not have been originally here. They may have been removed or re-put up.
Almost looks like a
Concrete. Somebody's
Concrete.
restored it a bit. Here.
What do you?
It's been repurposed a few times.
A lot.
Hard to see what was original. It's been put back together a few times and I think restored maybe even 50 or 60 or 80 years ago with concrete to put it back together to give it some sort of look. Which I can appreciate, I suppose, but it's okay.
interesting from here, the rear entrance on the amphitheater.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry, this one's not that
It looked good from a distance because they erected something, but when we come here, it's all rework and rebuild and some bit of concrete and stuff.
I think we'll head back to the car and go check out the museum.
It's been played with too much. Ouch.
Someone's hurt.
Right? They got to keep themselves protected from the goats. That's why they're still there, otherwise they would have been eaten.
Right.
1 million tadpoles. There's going to be a lot of frogs going on here.
Oddly, I don't see too many right now, but
Well, this might be the season, spring, they're hatching, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Just coming out of winter. We'll just step on this capital. Right?
Repurposed, like
Purpose is a stepping stone.
just following suit.
Whew.
All right, we'll go to the museum.
I've never seen any sphinxes this big before. That's spectacular to see these. These are beautiful. Winged beings.
They don't say much about them.
They don't say much about them at all, other than they show some picture of how to
Sphinxes from
line
the
something.
terrace building on the sacred road. This is where they were. I just don't know what the sacred road is.
I don't know, but I'm going to assume they're from around here. Look at this one. This one's shows the most deal. It even shows some of the hair that was on it. They often had a very feminine looking face on this. This would have been a humanoid, human-like face on here. And then the lion legs, it's a lion body with wings and a human head. Amazing. Those are spectacular. I need a picture here. And maybe just because I really like these winged things. Really like these winged things. That's great to see them live. The other.
It's an interesting piece,
Right?
but not saying.
No, the Romans made it.
Statue of, river god. River god Meandros. Gray marble.
So it's gray marble. That looks like the columns at the top of the hill, doesn't it? More gray marble?
It looks more like that.
Interesting.
It's a beautiful piece.
It is a beautiful piece.
These are some old heads.
Nothing.
Not a lot here, so I'll just show. Or here, I may as well show what's in here.
Sure.
the temple we saw earlier today, they really are actually calling the Temple of Athena.
Okay.
I mean, just based on that.
Right.
That's where we were. It's a small museum. The only pieces that are kind of interesting are some of these. This one in particular would have had wings, it looks like.
Looks like it would have had wings.
But it's just clay, so it's hard to...
Right? All right.
All right, we're going to keep moving on to the next site.